The rather weird starting point for this book was a trip I made to Albania in 1997. I went with King Leka of the Albanians, who was trying to reclaim the throne of that country, which had been abandoned by his father, King Zog, at the very beginning of the war. Zog had fled to London, where he'd moved into the Ritz Hotel, and it was rumoured that he paid his bills in bullion that was essentially the stolen gold reserves of the National Bank of Albania that he'd hidden in his luggage. So it was clear to me that there was this extraordinary kind of world of five-star refugees, all sorts of odd people turning up from all across Europe and ending up in these rather wonderful buildings. All kinds of people moved into these buildings during the war for all sorts of reasons. They were perceived to be very safe. They weren't exactly, but it meant that anybody who could afford to live there moved in there, or at least took shelter there. You know, aristocrats who had found that their servants had inconveniently gone off to fight the war moved in there for the duration. Cabinet ministers stayed in these hotels in order to have a base in London that was safe and where everybody was, really. These were great meeting points for diplomats, for artists, for spies too. I mean, the secret services used these places to debrief agents, to interrogate people. So all sorts of people ended up here. There were real kind of melting pots. Well, I think a lot of books about the war recently, about the home front, have emphasised that collective suffering. A lot of them have got we and our in the title. This is much more about the divisions that opened up between people during the war, which we've all rather forgotten about. They've slipped from the cultural memory. Not many people know, I don't think, that the Savoy Hotel was invaded by communist protesters during the Blitz, who were protesting that the government wouldn't build deep air raid shelters in the East End. And I wanted to restore some of those stories back to the cultural memory.